Hello Internet, I just wanted to do a quick little video on the method I use for AFK mining in Runescape 3. So we're down underneath the Archaeology Guild, mining some dark Animica. Pretty AFK. All these ults need is a little right click, maybe a little camera move every 5 minutes, and they won't log out and they'll keep mining, getting their stamina restored every time they get themselves an ore. So we do this through a combination of a couple of things. We have the Juju Potion, which refills our stamina when we get an ore. We also have the Stone Spirits that let us get 2 of the ore at once. And then Signs of the Porter, which we are using in our Grace of the Elves, which teleports everything we get right to our metal bank. So let's get into some of the requirements for this. So for the Dark Animica, you will need the 90 mining. This method will work on lower level ores though. Divination, we want to have that at least 48. Will work with lower levels, but for the Signs of the Porter, that's where you start getting the better cost per item teleported. Need to have the Archaeology tutorial complete. That's just so we get this Archaeology journal right here, which lets us teleport right to the bank right above this spot. Grace of the Elves, that's that item we're wearing right over here. And this is the most expensive requirement of the lot, but at least for me, certainly made the money back so far. That's what stores the Signs of the Porter. Yeah, I think that costs about 91 mil right now. When I picked them up, they were 70 mil. The Perfect Mining Juju Potions, those can be bought right off the Grand Exchange. The Archaeology Journal, we've been over that. And Stone Spirits. For Dark Animica, obviously we use the Dark Animica Stone Spirits, again, bought off the Grand Exchange. So after a little bit of testing earlier, this seems to make about 2.1 mil per hour revenue, but with the cost of the Signs of the Porter and the Stone Spirits, should net around 1.8 mil, which isn't fantastic. There are better methods, but I don't know if there's a better one that takes less effort, at least with these levels and requirements. So let's just show making some of those Signs of the Porter real quick. And move the main up to that bank. So where we are right now, we don't want to use the home teleport, we want to use the world map. The Archaeology Campus, so this is where you go to complete the tutorial. There'll be someone sitting right around here, the Archaeology tutor, and they'll run you through it fairly simple. So now that we're at the bank, I've just got myself a preset. Not that one. That one that has a bunch of emerald necklaces and vibrant energies. So we just weave those vibrant energies into Signs of the Porter. Now while that's happening, I will pull over the wiki just to take a look at some of the Signs of the Porter here. Why I recommended the 48 would have been because this is where the cost per charge is a little bit more reasonable, 732. And keep in mind each one of those is bringing back 2 ore. And the next one, the ones that I'm using, require 68. And it's just a little bit better. I like them just because you can store more of them because it has a couple more charges. So I know we have plenty of those in the bank, so we're just going to cut that off early. And then I've got my other preset. And this is where I've got my ore box, just in case I want to keep mining a little bit after I've run out of my Signs of the Porter. It rarely gets used. Make sure our alts keep going. And we see this one's only half full right now, so this is where we can use our Signs of the Porter on that Grace of the Elves. Pull the preset out again, just so we have a full inventory of those Signs of the Porter. And run on down to the right here. Perhaps I should say east, as you might have your camera pointed somewhere else. And then run all the way over to the east again. Now the profit numbers I gave, that was clicking very few rock opportunities, and it's not counting the Sarin spirits that you'll get from the grace of the elves. So we may or may not have one pop up while we're recording this video, but every once in a while a Saren Spirit will pop up, and if you click it you'll get a random item. It's nothing tremendously valuable, but it's certainly worth more than the individual ores that you're getting when you choose to click one. Sometimes it's a bunch of big bones, sometimes it's a bunch of super restores, sometimes it's a bunch of logs. It can be a lot of things, but good grand exchange fodder. Anyways, that's the video. Hopefully I didn't miss anything too tremendous, and maybe you learned a thing or two. Thanks for watching, and make sure to check out my stream. Link should be somewhere down there.